What if the monster is in the next room waiting for the perfect opportunity? Hey, it's me Uplifting Others. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hey Uplifters. Make sure you like, comment, share, do all that good stuff. And join my group on Facebook if you're interested. Living with your predator. Imagine the turmoil. People that you least expect prey on their own kids or other family members. Predators can literally be anyone. I always say that because we always have this thing where we're always talking about a man preying on a little girl, but it's other forms of SA. So let's talk about the kids. A child is forced to stay because where can they possibly go? And a lot of times when a child is being traumatized and victimized by a parent or a sibling, there's really nowhere for a child to go or no one that a child can trust. And they're scared to speak out about what is going on in the home. Because a lot of times, what have we all heard? In some way, some form in our lives, what goes on in this house stays in this house. A spouse that's staying in a abusive relationship with SA or any other type of abuse is because possibly the finances, like they depend on that other person for stability, the lack of self-worth, and there's nowhere to turn. Parents normalizing the sibling abuse in the silence. A lot of times when parents do this, they're prioritizing the predator child over the child that is being victimized or traumatized by the other sibling. And that's never okay. Because I feel like once a child is being a predator, what can you do besides get them help, right? When this is happening, I feel like either way it goes. Either if you're going to get them help in a institution or to get them locked up. The predator should be removed from the house. It doesn't matter if of course, you love your child, but they have victimized and traumatized your other child. So removing them from the house is a must. It's what's needed. Some parents feel shame for not protecting their child, their abused child, from the predator child. It's a tough situation, but regardless of anything, the child that has been victimized should be the one that you really needs to be focusing on. There's so many effects that trauma in the house can have on the child. Imagine just living in fear every day of your life. That's a lot. That is hard. And a child that is growing up and developing, that causes so much pain. The chances of them being assaulted again is very high. It's like you're living in constant fear, like I said. Imagine being at school or work with your predator and you have to see the person that abused you every single day when you go in those places. Living with your abuser is so much worse. There's no escaping them. You can't go in your room. You can't hide in the closet. You can't hide in the bathroom because they're always there. They're always lurking. They're always looking for the right opportunity to abuse. The child could grow up to normalize the same behavior by being shown that their sexual assault wasn't wrong and it didn't matter because no actions were taken to punish the predator and prevent the abused from being repeatedly assaulted. Imagine that. The cycle. They become the cycle. And what is that? Dysfunction, generational baggage. I'm not going to say curse. It's just baggage that goes from one generation to the next generation. And that's why we have to stop normalizing it. What goes on in this house does not stay in this house. If it's hurting someone, if it's hindering them from growing and being their best selves, a lot of times the people that we may never know has been abused and they deal with so much. And you wonder why they have anger or they cope by doing drugs or drinking alcohol or partying or being promiscuous. We don't know these things, but so much goes on in people's families. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to speak statistically, but in a lot of households, trauma takes place. Stop normalizing SA by loved ones. It's never okay for anyone to hurt anyone. It's never okay. It's time to start choosing the victim and stop protecting the predator. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.